to The Biker and the Witch. I'm Dr. Sunshine, the biker psychologist.
And I'm Foxglove the Witch.
And what we wanted to do today is give everyone an update because we've had about a week and a half worth of radio silence, which is unusual for us, but there's been quite a bit going on.
Yeah, so back in the summer, I found out that I have massive kidney stones in both kidneys. They are what you call a staghorn kidney stone. Um, just be advised if you Google it, it's nasty. um, so in no July, I started different procedures to go in and break up the stones and stuff, and it seems like every procedure has come with some type of setback
Obstacle.
or complication, and they're pretty painful procedures. So this past Monday, I was supposed to go in and have what they call a nephrostomy tube.
Wasn't this past Monday? Was it? It was a week ago.
It was the 13th.
Yeah.
So supposed to have a nephrostomy tube placed. It goes through your back into your kidney, and then goes straight to the OR to try to break up more in that left kidney stone, the left kidney. So they had to cancel the second part of the surgery because once they got in there, they realized there was a lot of infection, and they didn't want to risk that spreading. So I went home and woke up Monday night feeling horrible, and I couldn't stop shaking. I was shaking all over, and I came downstairs and wrapped up in blankets, and then I was like, oh, probably should start taking my temperature. Anyway, we ended up at the ER because I was running a temperature and because I couldn't stop shaking and I was weak. And I earned myself, about a week?
Yeah.
No, 5 days in the hospital? Yeah. So they wouldn't even let Sunshine take me by a car. They made me go by ambulance. So it turns out just the infection had already.
Should have taken her by motorcycle, but
that would have been amazing. They would have jarred
2:30 in the morning,
right? Yeah. And cold. Yeah. So yeah, we just did a lot of some heavy hitter IV antibiotics, and then had the original procedure that we canceled on Monday. Had it done on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And was finally released to go home Friday evening. So it's quite a
So
I
mean, it all started actually before the hospital stay on Monday. Foxglove and I were guest readers at a local place here called the Celestial Salts. And we had a great day reading psychospiritual readings for folks, and that was fantastic. We're doing that again this weekend on Saturday the 25th. But then the rest of the week, she was in the hospital, and I was working. I work full time, and then we also had a kiddo homesick from school for 3 days. So I had, single parent duty with a sick kid and work and running back and forth to the hospital to try to see Foxglove in between things. And so it was quite a month last week. But anyhow, Foxglove is on the mend at the moment and things are going okay. And so what we thought we'd do, the plan is Sunday, we will go back to doing a full psycho-spiritual reading. But for right now, after all this kind of like 10 days worth of real difficult obstacles and really unable complications, and really it set us back in the Biker and the Witch, because we like to record at least once a week, and we really didn't get to. I didn't even get to the gym once in the last 9 days, I think.
Which is unheard of.
Yeah, so I need to go tomorrow, but it's, just haven't, literally leaving the house at 7 o'clock in the morning and getting back 8:30 at night, something like that, and taking care of the kids and dinner and whatever. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use this new Oracle deck that Foxglove picked up.
So the metaphysical shop that we've been doing guest readings in has an amazing selection of tarot and oracle cards, and I'm just slightly addicted. So it was a must purchase.
So we're gonna. It does say witch. which stands for women in total control of herself.
Mm.
Woman in total control of herself. And so what we're going to do is we're going to ask this oracle deck what it is we're supposed to learn from this past week.
Mm.
You
What was
know?
the lesson
Yeah.
and all that? And I know like it's far from a unique story. There's
Sure.
tons of us out there that this happens to in
Well, and
different forms and different ways. And
yeah.
like not only for us, an answer for us, but answers for others out there going through
Well,
this or
and the truth is, I could easily think of 4, 5, 6 things I could learn and take away from this past week.
mm,
But we just thought it would be interesting to see what the oracle says and what direction that leads us in, and whether that was maybe one of the lessons I was already contemplating, or Foxglove was already contemplating, or
mm.
whether it's something we hadn't thought of at all. So we'll see what comes up.
All right. One more go through. All right, let's see what we've got.
That's cool.
Yeah, she of the invisible ally
Is that a blue whale
as a up in the sky.
in the sky? Yeah, floating.
So let's see what number is that card.
That card is number 7.
Number 7. All right, let's see. And this book that comes with it is amazing too. Um, the art that's in it. It's a beautiful deck if you can find it. I think it's a more difficult deck to find. All right. So there are many unseen forces guiding you right now. They rarely let themselves be seen, but that doesn't mean that they are not there. Whilst it's true that you often name and number your resources, you often forget about the unseen ones. The invisibles are available to you always, but they tend to dwell in the higher places, energies of wonder and awe, curiosity and hope. Petition them. A witch will reach into those energies and swim with them through the cosmos. This is a good time for dreaming and journeying.
Journey.
Yes, it was not happening. Take a walk in nature, seek out a credible plant. See, is there any more? Um, okay. Shaman who help you see
Seek out a
access
credible plant shaman.
credible plant shaman. Okay, yeah. Sorry, my eyes are still really blurry from extremely low iron levels. So these words are really hard to see. I'll say so. Seek out a reputable plant shaman who can help you access the gifts of the green world. Spend some time in liminal realm with active imagination. In the tradition of archetypal,
Archetypal.
oh yeah, psychology, as initiated by Carl Jung, put yourself in the way of magic. Helpful spirits are ready to guide you, and now is the time to summon them to show themselves.
Well, sounds like you're supposed to do some mushrooms.
Yep, I'm always down for mushrooms. So I don't know if you take this and apply to what's happened to us in the last, week and a half, 2 weeks. Um, I don't know. From some of the wordings and the picture itself, I could get like those things could have happened in a way to force us to slow down in other areas, or like I know it definitely slowed me down. It did not so much for you; it did the opposite.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, I could see how it applies to me that way: the need to slow down, and also um, getting out more in nature, more exercise, and taking better care of my health. Um, I will say it coordinates with what we're getting ready to do.
Well, it does, but I actually think that maybe there's an element in this. It says, um, while it's true that you often name and number your resources, you often forget about the unseen ones.
Mm.
The invisibles are available to you always, but they tend to dwell in the higher places, energies of wonder and awe, curiosity and
Mm.
hope. And I know for you, I'm trying to figure out where I fall in this, or if I fall in this. But for you, I know that you, in so many ways, are very spiritual and spiritually minded. But when it comes to your health,
Mhm.
you tend to put it completely in the hands of other people.
That's
Like
true.
doctors are going to fix you, and medicines are going to fix you, and you tend to not pay attention to your internal invisible resources,
Mm.
your ability to cultivate, you're a level 2 Reiki practitioner, and like if I get a little sniffle, you want to Reiki me, like you want to Reiki everybody, but you don't spend a lot of time cultivating ki on your own,
Mm.
right, for your own benefit.
No, that's
and
true. I've
and so
never
when it,
been great at nurturing myself.
yeah, and when it comes to your health, it's like all about like what the doctor says and what the doctor prescribes and what, and not that you shouldn't listen to doctors. I mean, I think there's value in that, but I think letting the doctor do the surgery, for example, and also, um, you know, cultivating internal energies
Mm.
within you to help heal,
Mm.
you know,
Yeah, I can see that.
and I think it also goes along with like the discipline and the motivation to exercise regularly, to eat well, to do those things, but also that meditative kind of energy cultivation.
Hmm. So,
That's what I got from it.
right. And whenever you reread it, like for you, the meditation part, the part that lifts up higher,
Yeah.
because you tend to do a lot of logical thinking
Yeah.
in your intellect down here, and that seems to be the place that calms you and helps you to like find different meanings and different
Meditation
things.
does.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was something that we were really in the habit of doing
Yeah.
together before bed, and we've definitely slid off from that. Um,
Yeah.
so I could definitely see the message of you slowing down and like breathing through things
Well,
and meditating to kind of calm through the chaos.
yeah. Well, since you brought it up, I mean, maybe this is pointing us back toward that nighttime routine
Yeah,
where,
true.
right, where we turn off all the blue light and we just light candles and we meditate. And sometimes we listen to a guided meditation. Sometimes we just meditate on our own and then sit in the sauna for about a half hour each,
Hmm.
and then, warm shower in bed. It might be guiding us both.
Back to that.
Yeah.
And to me, there's a message in the artwork that's in it because December 6th, um, oh, Dr. Sunshine and I are heading out to Costa Rica to a bliss retreat. Um, and we are super excited about this, but it's a health retreat. This is all like uh, healthy vegan food that's prepared for you, and smoothies, and it's yoga, and it's a lot of spiritual stuff too. Um, a lot of different little rituals on the beach and around fire pits, and so we're super excited. So when I saw the art on this picture of this woman walking along a beach and a well in the sky and stuff, it made me think of um, maybe there's a lot, and I'm hoping there is, that we bring back from Costa Rica.
Well, and I think the point of the whale in the sky with the invisible ally is that the whales typically live under the water and they go unseen.
Mm-hmm.
But this is about bringing the unseen into vision,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully we'll do some of that in Costa Rica. And it is a health retreat, and there will be some plant medicine available there that we'll partake in, and lots of beautiful scenery, and a week hopefully to just unwind. But we will be uh, recording from there
Mm.
and posting from there, so keep on the lookout.
But yeah, so and just out of curiosity, because I didn't do it at the beginning, looking at the bottom of the deck, is divine masculine. Now, again, we are all we all have the divine feminine and the divine masculine inside of us. Um,
So divine masculine says, I don't have my reading glasses, but it says, chances are, unless you are one of the lucky few, you weren't raised with a living example of divine masculine embodied. Because the men in our culture are also bombarded with messages of what they should and shouldn't be, they are required to ditch their inner feminine in order to be perceived as being tough and powerful. They often contort themselves to meet the unrealistic demands of a toxic patriarchy, which means we weren't exposed to the healthy traits of masculinity. Balanced leadership, conscious protection, and healthy assertiveness were in short supply. As a result, the masculine voice inside our heads is often critical, harsh, and domineering. Your femininity deserves an inner masculine presence who encourages, leads, challenges, and downright worships your femininity. A witch knows that while she may not have been raised with a good example of this divine masculine, it is her job to discover the means of growing him within herself. She is willing to release the toxic thoughts and ideals inside her head that would diminish or try to control her. She is willing to embrace the fierce, wild God inside herself who can hold her feminine in his great protective arms. Now is the time to banish the drill sergeant and the psyche of the psyche, the drill sergeant of the psyche, and formulate a new relationship by encouraging male presence inside yourself.
Mm. So I can definitely see that with the different things that we've came away with my readings, silencing the voices and the negativity and
The critic, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guilty of the critic too.
Yeah. You
I have a very, very harsh inner critic.
And you do not allow yourself much grace in most things. So
well, maybe that divine masculine is the invisible ally.
And that's something we need to all tap into more, that
Maybe.
side of ourselves.
So
to find out, like, I don't know, that balance that lessens that strength, not that the divine feminine's not, but
well, it's a different kind of strength, right? This is that's sort of a nurturing strength and a emotional strength and stability. This is like a leadership strength, right? And it reminds me of the difference between like servant leadership and transformational leadership versus harsh leadership or abusive leadership. And I don't know, I feel a little bit like one of the downsides of recording these readings is that sometimes it's like 12 to 48 hours later where something hits me and I'm like, oh, like that's probably what it's talking about.
And vice versa. And I'll do the same thing and I'll be like, I was thinking.
Yeah. So, but anyhow, I think there's some things to meditate on here. And we'll probably leave it at these two cards for right now, but we'll be back on Sunday with a full reading. And we hope that everybody takes this holiday weekend as an opportunity to practice gratitude and to count your blessings and just really feel thankful for everything in your life, even your struggles. So until next time, I'm Dr. Sunshine, the biker psychologist, saying keep growing until you're thriving.
And I'm Foxglove the Witch.
Take care, everybody.